Here comes the review that I don't think SOG fans are going to like very much. I got this SOG, well, let's start with, this is the SOG Power Access. I had really high expectations for this because I have a SOG Power Pint Mini and I absolutely love it. I've done several videos on it, so you guys can look back and see how much I love the SOG Power Pint Mini. But this SOG Power Access is a whole different story. I had such high expectations and it is surprisingly disappointing. I'll start with my biggest issue right off the bat. When I go and I squeeze this handle, I'll try and show you, you can see how much give there is, and I'm not putting a lot of effort into this. That's really disappointing. I mean, like really, really disappointing for a multi-tool. And this wasn't an expensive multi-tool. It was only $47. But I have an expectation that it won't be junk, and this is sad. I don't like that. I use my multi-tools as tools. I'm not easy on them. I use them, and I've been able to do more with this Power Pint Mini than I think I would be able to do with this Power Access. So now that we know that this thing is weak and mushy, I'm gonna try and show you again. It's just not great. Let's talk about a few other things. Let's start with the mistake that I made when ordering this Power Access. I don't know why, but I forgot to check to make sure it has scissors, and it doesn't. That's not a fault at all of the Power Access. That's my bad for buying a multi-tool that doesn't have scissors, but that, for me, that's a big deal. So that alone means I'm unfortunately returning it, and I'll get another SOG eventually that has scissors. But that is a deal breaker for me. But again, not the Power Access or SOG's fault. That was my mistake. The next thing was, I don't like how you close the different tools on here. Here, this is the easiest tool to get out. This is the screwdriver, number 2 Phillips, it looks like, and I'm sure this is great. It just, you know, it looks funny to me. But anyways, to close it, I have it open like this. To close it, you have to grab the 2 tabs on either side here, lift up with one hand while pushing down with the other hand. Probably not a big deal. I just don't enjoy that. I don't like it. It's definitely not my favorite thing. Another issue is it's hard getting these tools out. Let's go to the knife. It's hard to get this knife out. I did just trim my nails a few days ago, but they're not like super short or anything, and it takes a bunch of effort to try and get this knife out. Maybe I'm supposed to go back here, if you can see that. Let me see. How can I make it so you can see it? If you look back here, there's a notch taken out of what looks like all these tools right there. Maybe I'm supposed to stick my nail in there and force it out like that. I'm not sure. That's what I did. It got it open, and look at this knife. I mean, this is the blade here. This is the top here. Let's get this out of the way. This is the blade here. This is the top of the knife here. It doesn't look strong. It looks like, I don't know, like a really long scalpel. It doesn't look like it's going to be able to do some damage to a cardboard box, or I don't know. It looks like it would snap right off. And I mean, it's not super thin, but it's not very thick, and it doesn't look very tough at all. And yes, it cuts okay through paper, but it definitely is not as sharp as it should be coming from the factory. I'm sorry, it should be almost hair cutting sharp coming from the factory, and it was getting snagged when I was cutting paper yesterday. It's just, again, another disappointment on here. I really had higher expectations for this SOG multi-tool. So again, closing the knife isn't going to be easy. I have to lift the tab here and the tab here and close it. It's not hard. I guess I could maybe get used to it, but it's also not easy. I'll be honest, whatever this tool is right here, I don't know how to get out. This is closed, Here, let's see if I open it. Do I push it from the bottom? No. There's no fingernail hold, so I have to use my nails back here on these notches taken out. And it hurts. Honestly, it hurts too much to use my first fingernail. My thumbnail's not long enough. I literally cannot open this. I have to stick my finger in here, open the screwdriver, go in, man, take the knife out, then go into the tool next to the screwdriver, the awl, pull that out, and that actually looks pretty tough. I like this awl. Wow, that looks nice. I should have mentioned this earlier. It's pretty sharp, like on the Power Pint Mini, but you know, I also like that it has the eyelet, so you could use it for sewing if need be. But now back to trying to get this tool out. I'm struggling. Okay, I got it. This stuff just, I don't get it. I don't know why it's so difficult. I don't know why they didn't put a divot right there to use your nail to take it out, but they didn't. So this looks like a flathead screwdriver that will also double as a pry bar, but it's not very long. So, and it could have been. They could have made it significantly longer, but they didn't. And that would have been useful right there to have a longer pry bar. It's just a lot of little things that don't make sense with this, and it's just honestly disappointing. One thing I will always love about the different SOG tools that have this, but the 1/4" bit driver at the top here, put in a bit and it stays in. Give it as long as you squeeze a little bit, not even hard, it really stays in. I love it. I've used this several times, and it's just a great feature. Though it doesn't come with the bit driver set, or with the bit set, that's fine. I have enough of my own. When I got the Power Pint Mini, I actually got some bits together and put them in a Ziploc to keep in the car, because I carry this with me all the time, and now I have the bits with me all the time also when I'm in the car. Anyways, I'll just get back to this. I'm disappointed. It's not the tool that I was hoping for. It feels like a cheap tool. I'm sorry, but maybe I shouldn't expect it to feel like a $200 Leatherman multi-tool, but I guess that's my expectation, that at least when you, let's see if I can one-hand it. Oh, I can do that. Okay, that's awesome. I just expect that I shouldn't be able to squeeze this and get a bunch of movement. It really bothers me. If that wasn't the case, I would feel significantly different about it. I still am upset that I got a tool without scissors, and I'm still upset that I can't get the implements out easily, and I'm still upset that the knife looks weak, and I'm still upset that putting the implements away isn't what I would expect. But one-hand opening is pretty cool. All in all, I can't even say I would recommend this for a first multi-tool for a teenager or a young kid. It's just not what I would expect. I expected more from SOG. After having the Power Pint for as long as I have, this tool is awesome. I'd rather give someone this over this, and that's saying a lot because I like the bigger tools. But this was a disappointing tool. It's going back to SOG, and I hope to get now that I know what I'm looking at with the different multi-tools from SOG, I'll be getting a bigger, more powerful one. I hope that'll be stronger, less flexible when the pliers are open, better looking knife, scissors, and we'll go from there. But all in all, I'm disappointed with the SOG Power Access, and don't recommend getting it for anybody. Good luck getting the right multi-tool. Please help me out by liking and subscribing.